Then came in a time wherein I got into relationships. I've had 2 relationships in my life. One was for 7 years, the other one was for 3 years. So those specific timings, I used to love those people the most.
Your introduction.
My name is Bhumika. I'm an English teacher. I have been working in Bangalore for 1.5 years. And that's all.
Where are you residing? You are born place where that actually?
I'm from Rajkot, which is in Gujarat. I was born and brought up there. I did all my graduation, masters, B.Ed and everything there. But I always
feel that in your place and this place, Bangalore, how is different you're finding?
This is, I mean, of course, Bangalore is a... I always had this thing that Rajkot is a city, but Bangalore is a metropolitan city. And they say that, you know, Mumbai is a Sapno ki Nagri. And Bangalore is the city of fulfilling those dreams. So I always had this attraction to come to Bangalore and, you know, fulfill and have that kind of lifestyle and be in the nature and yet have a modern lifestyle, connect with people. Because this is a city wherein it's full diversity. So many people from different places in the world come here.
Okay, what do you think about a long distance relationship?
Long distance relationships are also like any other relationship, which is about love. I would not say if it is good or bad. It's up to 2 people. If they are able to do it, good for them. If they are not able to do it, I mean, and I don't necessarily agree.
Don't worry about that. If any word you are using that, you can use, no issue.
Okay, I don't feel necessarily there is a stigma that most of the times long distance relationship doesn't work. I feel the reason behind it not working, and I speak out of personal experience, is because different people have different love languages. So the way we speak, like your language would be different, mine would be different. I feel like there are love languages also. So I'm a person who would like to have, you know, that physical presence. I would like to be hugged, or I would like to be cuddled, or I would like to, you know, just for example, if I'm sad or anything, I would like to be like touched. It's okay, it's fine. So my love language, it goes mostly like, you know, presence. And speaking words, like, you know, say compliments, not just compliments, but good advices. But the other person's love language might be different. It might be like, you know, understanding and mental, you know, telepathy that happens. And I would not like to say it to you and make you understand. I would expect that you understand on your own. So that way, when love languages don't match, and especially because of the physical distance that is there, I think long distance fails. But if people know what their love language is and then they work accordingly, then I think it's great for them.
In your life, to whom you loving most?
When I was a teenager, I used to love myself the most. Then came in a time wherein I got into relationships. I've had 2 relationships in my life. One was for 7 years, the other one was for 3 years. So those specific timings, I used to love those people the most. I feel there is love. Once you love a person, that love doesn't go, right? So even if you have like that relationship is no more, but the love remains. So right now I wouldn't say I love the most to those people, but I would definitely say that currently I love my parents, my brother and my friends the most, because they have been the constant in my life. At different points we give priority to different people. As I said, especially when you are in a relationship, you give that person everything. You give them your emotional, you know, financial, physical, mental, all kind of things that you can give it to them. And you just, you know, don't give any importance to the other people who are there in your life. Only once you understand that you shouldn't have done that, you realize the value of the ones who are there with you throughout. So yeah, whom do I love the most? I love my parents and my friends the most. And I'm trying to love myself again the most, like before, but it's hard. Adulting is hard. Heartbreak is hard. So I'm still in that process. Hopefully I'll start loving myself the most.
Okay, tell me about, you already told about your relationship. How was that, how were that your parents have taken that?
Okay, so let me give you a little bit brief about my parents first. My father was born a Hindu. He's from Gujarat. his father was a pujari, like of a temple.
Okay, that means this Brahmin, you can say,
Yeah. And my mother was a Roman Catholic Christian
my God.
from Kerala.
Oh, very good.
So
Clapping for that.
Yeah. So, and they were one of the first people to go against the society, go against the family, and have a love marriage. So it was difficult for them initially. So that is a background that I come from a family wherein I have grown seeing them in love. I have grown seeing them fight to each other and all of that. So when it came, and they have given me a space wherein it was very easy for me to speak about anything and everything to them, because they were there for me all the time. Even though, for example, girls have this kind of a relationship with their mother wherein they're always fighting. So I also had that with my mom. She would, the first thing, if I ask, can I go out? No. Before even I complete a sentence, the first thing she would say is no. But then later on she will understand why am I saying I want to go out, and then she'll allow me. So even though those things are there, but they were always very supportive. So when it came to my relationships, I did share it with them. So the first one, when I told them that I like this guy and he's from the school and everything, they were silent, numb, because they did not think I would just go so open and then just tell them. Then they took time, their own sweet time, to accept the person. They did tell me that what are the things that can come against me once if at all I'm thinking about marriage with that person, what things can go wrong, because they are elders, they have seen life, they know people, they understand people. So they told me, but when you are in love, you're blind. So I did not take it. But then when I had my own experiences, I felt like, okay, I should not do this anymore. So that happened. Then when it came, and the duration between my first relationship and second relationship was very less. Like I got into the second relationship within less than 5 months. So it was again very difficult for them. And the boy who was there in the first relationship, he became close to my family in a way. So he also came to my parents and said that why is she doing this, and they had that emotional bond and everything. So when that happened, my parents were like, why would you do this and everything. Again with them it was a challenge. And
that means that you are talking like manner. I found, or I am realizing, either it would be correct or not, I don't know, that you moved on or the guy moved on.
I moved on. And generally it is easy for girls to move on, because I feel, also I would like to say this to everyone who's watching, that men, they have this feeling that they don't share a lot, they don't cry a lot, all those things. Because of that they keep things inside. And once they find a person whom they can share everything with, they just share everything. And when that person leaves, it is just so difficult for men to move on, and I totally understand that. So I tried to be friends with that guy and all, but then it was difficult for him, so he couldn't do it, and I get that, it's okay. So yeah, I moved on, he could not. And then the second relationship happened, and there were challenges for that relationship, because the person was younger in age to me, and probably this is too much information, but I think all those people who are in relationship with people who are younger their age can relate.
It's okay. I'm telling you, it's okay. People, how they are taking is considered here. Let them decide. You should not be think that. But the things I am telling you is present generation, present life. That definitely, if you are not happy, should not be with that. You should move on.
So when it came to second relationship, I gave my everything, and there was too much love. From the other side also, it was just a lot of love. But as I said, it was long distance. Long distance in a way wherein we tried to be in the same city. Still, because we, at this point of time wherein you can't meet a lot, wherein because he is busy in his work, his job, everything, I'm busy with my things. So it's very little time that you get, and in that little time we have a lot of expectation. Why is this person not listening to me? It becomes very regular, like the only thing you ask is, so how are you, how was your day, what did you do, that's all. That deep conversations and that honeymoon period, once it passes, then it's difficult to continue that deep level of intimacy. What
do you think about gender inequality? Did you find anything related on your life or your surroundings you can convey?
I do feel there is gender inequality, but when it comes to my life, the way I am brought up, in my household, I never felt it because my parents treated me and my brother. I have a brother, he's 6 years younger to me. So we were never treated unequal. We both were treated the same. If I come after school and if there is some household chores which is remaining, my mother would tell me to do it. If I say I'm tired, then she will tell him to do it.
Correct.
And he wouldn't feel shy or he wouldn't.
From the childhood only that he raised like that. That's why he is also not.
He doesn't have a problem. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that if any gender inequality, the words we are using here, that's behind of that the ladies only the responsible for that?
It's a good question. I would say somewhere because of the insecurities that women have, I feel they are it's a cliched sentence that they say that women are women's biggest enemy.
Correct.
And I understand it at a certain aspect wherein because there is very less scope for them to move ahead in life. Let's say a corporate situation.
Correct.
And then there is one position to be taken and only one woman is allowed to be there. But there are 5 other eligible women who are also eligible, who are qualified. But then what will the other 4 do? They will try their level best to go to that position. They will do anything to reach that position.
Correct.
It is not out of hatred towards women, I would say. It is just out of that insecurity also. It is out of that want to reach at a specific point in their career.
Right. I found that one girl just walking in the road with a short skirt and all, and the poking person or that commenting person is a woman.
Yeah.
So most of the time I found that things that boys is not at all poking on that or not commenting on that. Most of the time, if poking, that means if they're poking, they're talking each other. But that woman directly telling to the girl why you are coming out like that dress. So that in this regard I can say that only the gender inequality that's coming on that regards only, that boys can wear anything, boys can work like any way, why not girl? And that opposing or that stopping person only the girl. So could you tell me about that, anything?
I guess again, as I said, it's the same thing, that that want of recognition, that want of love, that is what it is there. And we are brought up in such a manner. There are certain
ancestors work and all the things, they have just following that traditions, cultures like men, they also follow.
Sometimes it's very common to be, for example, casual racism or casual sexism. You will say that kitni kali hai, kitni moti hai, moti idhar aa to. It would be out of love, they say, but they don't understand that when you call a person moti, it pricks a lot of insecurities in that person. So women, when they do that to other women, there can be different reasons, I feel. One of them is this, I feel it is, they themselves, it's like the culture of how bullies, we say, that once they are bullied, they feel like, they also should bully. So it's women somewhere, not for all, I feel, because they have also gone through, their brain wiring is in such a way that very casually they would say it, and then they don't realize it unless it's too late.
Do you think that the nothing is wrong in the world, but the place is important, the person is important? If anything doing or anything you thinking now at present is a wrong thing, but time will come or the situation will come, that time you feel that it is not wrong. So what you comment on that?
I guess it's about how people take it, their opinion and their mindset. For example, they say it's in India, it's okay to piss in public but not to kiss in public.
Correct.
But if you go to Western country, it's okay to kiss, not piss. Definitely not piss. So I feel, yes, I do agree that certain things, because of culture, because of the kind of people they live, certain things are okay somewhere, certain things are not okay. When it comes to you, like subjective, if I have to say that if this is wrong or right, I wouldn't consider anything right and wrong unless it is harming someone else.
Correct.
So say for example, if you are hugging someone, let's say when you met someone, and if you have that kind of equation with each other, and if you are hugging the person, if the person is fine with it, do it. No, it doesn't matter.
Correct.
Who is looking, what are they saying, what are their opinions, what is the time, it doesn't matter. But if you are hugging without their consent, if you are making them feel uncomfortable, definitely it's wrong. It's very, very wrong for me. But if the person is fine, I would say that's the most beautiful thing in the world. For that matter, any act which you do. If people are fine with it, each other, if they are fine with, genuinely fine, and I would also like to make it clear that certain times if we feel it is fine because of other people's opinion. For example, this might be a little off topic, but there was this movie recently that came, Darlings, where it talks about domestic violence. So women, they feel that, it's okay, he's beating out of love. Because he loves me, he cares that, he should do something about me. He should, So sometimes, so I wouldn't say that situation is right, or the time is right, or the person. Even if you love the person the most, but if it is harming yourself, self-respect, no. It is the worst thing in the world. Yeah.